his first bucket of the game.
So smooth in transition. The Australian Josh Giddey cashing in.
Stan, when you look at Josh Giddey's game, how would you best describe it?
Well, B.A., he's a triple-double threat. Taller playmaker, sees the floor well, can rebound. I love his versatility.
Out to Lillard. There's the triple. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Look, for most guys in the league, that's a bad shot. Not Damian Lillard. He really gets his legs into his jumper.
Here's Knipple. Edwards for 3. Drops in the 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Thompson. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back over to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Washington outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Giddey scanning the floor. Pass to Turner. And Las Vegas, another 3.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Well, Ingram can go shot for shot with anybody in the league. That 3 at the other end only seems to fuel his fire.
Here's Wade. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarters.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Vucevic's shot is off.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Can't lose sight of Turner in these situations. You're asking to get burned whenever you do.
Now here's Thompson. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now here's Turner. Give him 8 points now. And Edwards, here we go.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now here's Lillard. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. Clock at 6. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And Giddey has got the ball here for Las Vegas. 6-point game. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Shots good by Thompson. And it's Las Vegas with the ball. Las Vegas moving that ball around. Knipple, no good. And they're pushing it up. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Back to Washington. Pass to Ingram. Stolen by Giddey. Here's Edwards. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quick.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And so it's Las Vegas, closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've kept their concentration on limiting Damian Lillard. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Las Vegas.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
And Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Here's Lillard. Going inside. Lillard for 2.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Las Vegas leading by 8. Here's Giddey. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. P.J. Washington picks one up.
Well, what I like about Giddey, he just knows how to play this game. Helps his team in so many ways. It's big for this offense's flow.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work. His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Knipple. Edwards looking for an opening. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And they're on the run. And here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. It's tipped. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
The dunk by Lillard.
How do you like that? No finesse there from Lillard.
Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Check out the immediate response to the jam.
Oh, both sides are fired up. Out to the wing. Here's Huff. Releases from the wing and drills it. Huff's got his first 2 points of the night. Las Vegas leading by 6. Outside Edwards. There's a screen by Turner. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
Lillard outside. Back to Thompson. Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Hey, that's just another day. Another 3 for Lillard.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Giddey. Here's Turner. Pass to Knipple. Lets it go from deep.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Huff. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
That one misses.
Well, that's not the focus we're used to seeing from him at the line. He's usually rock solid from there.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you.
A star on the rise. Allie, thanks for the report. And Reddish gets it to go.
And with the defender not really committing to him, he fires away.
1:19 left in the first half. Zubac's with it. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Grimes. And here's Edwards. Back to Grimes. The 3. Counted from distance. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Huff. Misses the 3. Pass to Edwards. Now here's Grimes. And a miss there on the triple. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And here's Reddish. Out to Lillard. Here's Huff. From deep. Yes. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Huff's got 5.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Back to Edwards. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Las Vegas. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And it's Giddey with the ball for Las Vegas. They've led by as much as 10. Knipple, no good. Outside for Ingram. Back to Reddish. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Anthony Edwards.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Back to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, we've seen this movie before. Edwards is rolling, and his energy right now is infectious.
Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Reddish. Offline with a 3. And it's Las Vegas with the ball. They lead by 1. Stan, a recent development in Anthony Edwards' game, his 3-point shooting.
Yeah, Brian, he led the league in threes attempted last year and shot it at a good percentage, too. He's such a good driver Taking lots of threes will open things up for him.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Huff. Back to Thompson. Lillard outside. Soft touch off the glass. Lillard's got 12.
They just keep falling for Lillard. When he's this dialed in, the defense has to feel useless against him.
Rebounded by Ingram. From downtown, free ball from Lillard.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him.
Oh, pow!
My goodness.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that was going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Here's Huff. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. He's got 7.
Well, Lillard is certainly willing to share the ball. A great passer, and that gets overlooked quite a bit.
Stolen by Thompson. Jumps up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And the 3 off target. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Lillard left side. There's the 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else. Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Got a piece of it. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. Here's Edwards. That's 29 for him. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, coming out of the half, he's been much more aggressive, helping them space the floor.
Pass to Ingram. There's a screen. Thompson goes in. Here's Huff. Out to Thompson. Just 2 to shoot. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Las Vegas. Now here's Turner. For the lead. It's hauled in by Reddish. And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Pass to Huff. To the paint. Outside for Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. And Grimes pulls it down.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Back to Edwards. The triple hits for Edwards.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Lillard outside. Fires for 3. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Checking in for Las Vegas, number 12.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for Las Vegas. Trailing by 2 to the middle. Up, pulls it in. Thompson goes in. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Tough to slow Thompson down when he's got a lane to the rim like that.
Outside Achua. Out to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Johnson. Las Vegas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by Las Vegas. Tipped. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one.
Your home team.
They lead by 4. Don't.
Las Vegas, 58.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Lillard right side. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
The ball goes to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas trails by 4. Inside. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Outside Giddey. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, look, you could see Giddey anticipating the shot after the pick was set. Smart play.
Pass to Thompson. Knipple with the rebound. Stolen by Thompson. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
And the basket by Edwards.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Back to Thompson. Pass to Huff. 6 to shoot. And here's Reddish. The 3-ball. Huff can't get it to go. Here's Turner. Outside Edwards. To take the lead. Huff pulls it in. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Lillard. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Brian Keefe was saying to the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That first step is so dangerous with Amin. I mean, he was just gone.
Giddey with it. Guarded by Vucevic. To take the lead. It's money from deep.
A great find by Giddey, a tall guard who sees the floor so well.
Fires the three. Ooh, the shot misses. And Giddey has got the ball here for Las Vegas. Turner outside. Here's the pick. Outside Edwards. When the whistle blows, it's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his third foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
It's a one-point game. Lillard up top. Now Thompson.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Team foul.
No good on that one.
At the line for two.
And he sinks the second.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Outside Edwards. Here's Wade. 4 on the clock. No good from 3.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. Impressive one-hand slam right there, PA.
And as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Outside Lillard. Here's Vucevic. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Well, Vucevic did a good job of feeling the defense there and worked his way into a trip to the line.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line and clearly not affected by the moment.
Now Giddey. Buries it from outside.
Wow. Huge points from Knipple. The youngster ready for a big moment.
On the wing, Thompson. Vucevic up top. Here's Lillard. Picked by Vucevic. From 13 feet. Oh, ho, ho. That's a man on a mission right there.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And now we've got an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good. And it's a 3-point game.
Boy, that is clutch. Now go out and guard that 3-point.
Outside Edwards. Here's Turner. From downtown. Misses the 3. Thompson right side. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Las Vegas calls timeout. They're down by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
Edwards fires. Oh, he cannot hit.
Great job securing.